Hey everyone, Dale here with Renewable Innovations. Today's video is one I've been wanting to make for quite a while because there's a lot of confusion around electrical panel upgrades and some of the newer technologies that are allowing homeowners to avoid these upgrades altogether. If you've recently received a proposal for solar or battery storage, there's a decent chance you've heard the terms like PCS, UL 1741, 120% rule, or even no panel upgrade required. While all of those things can be true, I think it's important that you understand what's actually happening behind the scenes and why avoiding a panel upgrade isn't always the best long-term decision. As always, if you're considering solar, batteries, EV charging, or in need of an electrical panel upgrade, feel free to reach out to us here at Renewable Innovations using the links down in the description below. Yeah, head right down there. We built custom estimating tools right into our website for you to quickly and easily obtain pricing with no personal information needed to use these tools either. Just input some of your project details and voila, an estimate is instantly generated. Of course, if you like what you see and want to move forward, then you can save your quote and we'll begin working on it in our more advanced software before sending you over the true proposal and contract. We really did make the process that easy for you. With that said, let's dive into PCS. For many years, one of the biggest obstacles to installing solar or a battery system was the electrical panel itself. Every electrical panel has limits on how much power it can safely handle. Most homes today have a 100 amp, a 125 amp, or a 200 amp electrical service. And those ratings determine how much electricity can safely flow through the panel. Traditionally, when you wanted to add solar or batteries, electricians had to perform simple calculations to determine whether the existing panel could safely accept the additional power source. If the answer was no, you were often looking at an electrical panel upgrade before the solar or battery system could even be installed. To understand why, we need to talk about something called the 120% rule, which can be found in the NEC article 705.12. This rule has been part of the National Electrical Code for many, many years and is used when connecting solar or battery systems to the load side of an electrical panel. The rule essentially limits how much power can be fed back into the panel through solar or battery breakers. Here's a simple example of how this 120% rule works out. Imagine you have a standard 200 amp electrical panel with a 200 amp main breaker and a 200 amp busbar. The busbar is the metal backbone that distributes electricity throughout the panel. Every breaker in the panel connects directly to this busbar. Under the 120% rule, we take the busbar rating and multiply it by 120%. So a 200 amp busbar multiplied by 120% equals 240 amps. From that number, we subtract the main breaker rating. So 240 amps minus the 200 amp main breaker equals 40 amps. What that means is that under traditional installation methods, a standard 200 amp panel can only accommodate up to 40 amps of solar or battery backfeed without additional modifications. Now, let's apply this to a real-world installation. The Tesla Powerwall 3 inverter, which requires a 60 amp breaker, immediately we have a problem. The Powerwall 3 needs 60 amps, but the panel only allows 40 amps under the 120% rule. Since 60 amps is greater than 40 amps, the installation would not comply with the code using a standard 200 amp panel. For years, the solution was simple: upgrading the panel. A common upgrade would be replacing the existing panel with one that has a 225 amp bus bar while retaining the same 200 amp main breaker. As you can imagine, the calculations have changed. 225 amps multiplied by 120% equals 270 amps. Subtract that same 200 amp main breaker and you're left with 70 amps available for solar or battery backfeed. Now the Powerwall 3's 60 amp breaker fits comfortably within the allowable limit. In simple terms, upgrading the panel increased the capacity of the bus bar. The electrical system now has more room to handle electricity moving through it. This worked well for many years, but it also meant homeowners were spending thousands of dollars on electrical upgrades that were sometimes only necessary because of these code limitations. Then came along PCS, power control systems. Rather than physically increasing the size of the electrical panel, PCS uses intelligent monitoring and control to make sure that the panel never exceeds its safe operating limits. Think of it this way. Imagine your electrical panel is a 4-lane highway. The traditional panel upgrade approach adds more lanes to the freeway. If traffic increases, you widen the road. PCS takes a different approach. Instead of widening the freeway, it utilizes intelligent traffic management. Sensors monitor the traffic and adjust vehicle flow so congestion never exceeds what the road was designed to handle. That's essentially what PCS does with electricity. The equipment continuously monitors how much power is flowing through the electrical panel's bus bar. It knows how much electricity the home is consuming, it knows how much solar power is being produced, and it knows how much battery power is being delivered. If the home is only using a small amount of electricity, the battery can operate at full output. But as electrical demand increases throughout the home, PCS can automatically reduce solar production, battery discharge rates, or export levels to ensure the panel remains within its safe operating limits. Using our Powerwall 3 example again, without PCS, a standard 200 amp panel cannot accommodate a 60 amp breaker under the traditional 120% rule calculations. With PCS, the system is effectively saying, I know this bus bar is only rated for 200 amps, and I will continuously monitor it to make sure it never exceeds that rating. If the home is only consuming 40 amps, the battery will be allowed to operate at full output. But if someone starts charging an electric vehicle, turns on the air conditioner, starts the dryer, and begins cooking dinner, electrical demand increases significantly. Rather than allowing the panel to exceed its rating, PCS automatically kicks in and reduces the battery or solar's output. The homeowner doesn't need to do anything. The system handles everything automatically in real time. The result is that many homeowners can now install larger solar and battery systems without performing expensive electrical panel upgrades. Here's where I think you need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Just because you can avoid a panel upgrade doesn't necessarily mean you should. One thing that we're seeing more frequently is insurance companies requiring homeowners to replace aging electrical equipment. Many homes throughout California and across the country still contain older electrical panels from manufacturers like Zinsco and Federal Pacific. These panels have developed reputations over the years because of documented reliability concerns and breaker performance issues. Whether or not every panel is dangerous isn't really the point. The reality is that many insurance companies simply don't want to insure them. We're also seeing these issues appear during real estate transactions. Imagine you're selling your home after living there for 20 years and everything seems fine. Then your buyer hires a home inspector. The inspector report indicates an aging Zinsco or Federal Pacific panel or another brand. The buyer's insurance company refuses to issue coverage until the panel is replaced. Suddenly, what seemed like a simple home sale becomes a negotiation over electrical repairs, permits, more inspections, and a contractor schedule. In many cases, sellers are having to complete electrical panel upgrades before escrow can close. That's why I often tell homeowners to think beyond the solar or battery installation itself. A panel upgrade isn't always about making the battery system work. Sometimes it's about improving the long-term value of the property. Sometimes it's about satisfying insurance requirements, and sometimes it's simply about replacing electrical equipment that has been serving a home for over 50 years. We also need to remember that homes are becoming more electric every year. Today, homeowners are adding EV chargers, heat pumps, induction cooktops, electric water heaters, home automation systems, pool equipment, and a bunch of other modern electrical loads. Even if PCS allows you to avoid a panel upgrade today, your future plans may eventually require additional electrical capacity anyways. That's why every project should be evaluated individually. For some homeowners, PCS is absolutely the right solution. It can save you thousands of dollars and allow you to install a solar or battery storage system without unnecessary electrical work. For others, especially those with aging electrical equipment, insurance concerns, or future electrification plans, upgrading the panel may still be the smarter long-term investment. The important thing is understanding that PCS isn't magic. It's simply intelligent technology that continuously monitors and manages power flow so your electrical system remains within its designated limits. It's an incredible tool, and it's helping more and more homeowners adopt solar and battery storage than ever before. But like every tool, it should be evaluated within the context of your home's overall electrical system and your long-term goals. If you're considering solar, battery storage, EV charging, or in need of an electrical panel upgrade and you'd like a second opinion, feel free to reach out to us here at Renewable Innovations. We have a free online tool that lets you quickly obtain an estimate without providing any personal information. And if you like what you see, you can save your estimate and then we can get you your contract quickly. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.